rephrase it. See that? Go ahead.
The long-term benefit.
Some short-term pain for the long-term gain.
Yes, you heard that correctly. The exact same script has just been rebranded, and they're not even trying to hide it anymore. The problem, reaction, solution playbook is back.
And they say that they want to help solve problems. Their dialectical interlocutions have nothing to do with problem solving. They don't solve problems. They create them.
And this time the problem is war. Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel was a German philosopher who developed the Hegelian dialectic model.
To change society. In other words, if you want to change the way people talk, change the way they think, then it has to be done in stages. This is explaining those stages. A thesis. Okay, in other words, this is a crisis. This is some big problem. Then they have to come up with an antithesis or the solution to the problem. And the solution to the problem then gives them the synthesis. But here's what they're really doing today. First, they cause the problem. That problem may be a tornado, a hurricane, a flood, worthless dollars, food shortages, or suitcase nukes. Then, as a result of that, they offer the solution that leads them where they want to go, such as, well, no dollars, no crude oil. Look, if we're going to solve the climate problem, we got to get rid of crude oil. We got to get rid of electricity. Basically, we got to reduce the population. You see, you and I, we are the problem.
The Russo-Ukrainian conflict escalated into a full-scale war in 2022 with a strong backing from the deep state.
To solve the Ukraine problem is a very simple thing. Very simple. But I've said before, the European leaders don't want the Ukraine war to cease. They don't want it to end.
The ultimate goal of NATO and American policy over the past 25 years has always been regime change in Moscow. That's the whole point. That's the point of NATO expansion. Biden himself, standing in Warsaw right after the war started in 2022, said, "My God, this man cannot remain president of Russia."
What they don't want is President Putin, because he has a different idea, a different mindset. He thinks differently from them. But these European leaders are from the Luciferian school of thought. They are the ones, first, they're the cause of the war. And second, they're the ones misleading the Zelensky, who's the president of Ukraine. And this is unacceptable. They don't want the war to end because of their self-interest.
Fast forward to the war involving Iran, and we see a similar pattern emerging. Strategies that appear designed to prolong the conflict.
Well, Iran's Revolutionary Guards are sending radio transmissions to ships, warning them that no ship is allowed to pass the Strait of Hormuz. That's according to the EU's naval mission Aspides, whose operations aim to protect international shipping from attacks. The Strait of Hormuz is a vital export route for the Gulf's biggest oil producers, including Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. Around 20% of the world's crude oil flows through it. Experts have warned that even a limited disruption could spike energy prices and fuel inflation.
Well, we have heard repeated statements from Iran that in case of an escalation, of a military escalation, is what we're seeing now, there is a potential that this choke point will be closed off or mind, making it very difficult for the oil to come out, and it has already caused a shock in the oil markets.
The situation with Iran